morning, and this morning we are back at you with another episode of Lyft Chronicles. Now, even though this driver, she's driving for Lyft right now, but this story is from when she previously drove with Uber. And set us off.
Okay, so I was picking up a guy, and I was picking up this guy, and he was going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 2 stops. So I had to pick him up, and this was in Oakland. So I picked him up, and then we had to go pick up his co-worker, which was on Fruitvale.
Okay.
So then I went to Fruitvale, picked up his co-worker, and we were headed to Richmond. And so we're going to Richmond, and by the time we get to the Enryville curve by IKEA, I felt something on my thigh, on my left thigh.
Hell.
So then I was scared. I'm like, oh my God, it's a snake or something, a raccoon in my car. So when I looked down, I seen this guy head moving, sliding from the back.
Ooh.
So we been in the curve at the Enryville curve, and at this point now, I'm doing about 80 or 90 hitting that curve, cussing him out, going 5150, like, you gotta get the fuck out my car, and just going off on him. And he was Hispanic, so he was like all confused. You know something, my Lyft app is messing up.
You're gonna want to get over, not on, yeah. There you go.
And so, so he all confused. So by the time I hit the parking lot, I was in Ross. So I'm like, get out my car, get out my car. And he was speaking in Spanish, so he didn't get out the car. And I jumped out the car, and everybody in the parking lot, it had to been about at least 10 in the morning. So everybody in the parking lot of Ross is looking at me, screaming and yelling at this guy. So then he finally gets out the car. So I calls the police. I called 911. So the Enryville police didn't come because they said it was near the highway.
Okay.
So the highway patrol ended up coming.
Okay.
So when the highway patrol came, I gave him my report. They went looking for him through the lot, the 2 guys, but they couldn't find him. Come to find out, when I spoke with Uber, it was under the guy's supervisor's account.
Now that's
so he's
crazy.
Sexually harassing people under his boss's account. So the bottom line is they couldn't even really find him, and the highway patrol officer told me that with Lyft and Uber, well, mostly with Uber, because they really don't have a problem with Lyft, but mostly with Uber, they have to like kind of pressure them, and you have to put the 2 on the 10 in your police reports to even get them to do something.
Are you serious?
Yes, and they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing for me. They didn't. I got no follow up.
Damn shame.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. So then I just ended up stopped driving for them.
Okay.
And I was driving for them for about 8 years.
Okay.
Second story. Listen up.
Downtown Oakland, and this is why I don't drive at night.
Okay.
Late night.
Okay.
Hopping people.
Okay.
So I don't normally stop about maybe 11,
this guy
12
up.
I remember his name too. His name was Tim. So I picked him up from this bar.
Shout out
so he get in,
Tim.
we speak and we chat a little bit. So I looked in my rearview mirror, and he was kind of leaning, so he was asleep. I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Let him sleep.
Okay.
We was headed to Castro Valley. So I'm driving. By the time we get to his house, I turned around and he slumped over in the seat.
Okay.
So
Dude, wake
I'm
your
like, Tim,
ass
I'm
up.
like, you at home, you gotta get up. And he wouldn't get up. So I started shaking him. And he still wouldn't get up. So then I'm like, I was in front of his house for about a good 15 minutes.
Damn.
I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm like, let me call Uber. So
You're good.
Not Uber, but Lyft. Let me call. And then I called, I got Uber on the brain talking about that.
Nobody was sitting in front of his house to help wake him up or nothing?
Nobody was sitting in front of his house. So when I called Lyft, they told me, well, we can't touch the passengers. You have to call the police to get them out the car.
Ooh.
So in the back of my mind, I'm not about to call the police on somebody that just went out and had a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna be belligerent. I'm like, when you wake up,
Okay.
And I got since we can't touch him, I got broken with the
Tim,
pen.
Right.
wait,
So I started
yo, ass up.
I'm like, Tim. I'm like, I'm yelling at this point. I'm like, you gotta get out my car. You gotta get out my car. They want me to call the police on you. As soon as he heard police, he jumped up and he staggered out the car. He was like, thank you. And I was like, like, okay, I got it on my car now.
Okay, you a good one.
Salute to
You could
the
have
good
and you a
Lyft
woman
drivers.
too, but that you went ahead and just did what you had to do.
I mean, people go out and party. That man was tired. I was not about to wait.
Tired
Right.
Hell.
Because you would have went to jail. Oh man.